Okay, I think we're live. I think it's working this time. Yay. Okay, so my name is Melissa Kitto, and I have Kristina introduce herself in a moment. But what we're going to talk about today is Kristina and I just had a brief chat yesterday and just tuning into how people are really desiring change in their life. And it could be for you one or two areas. It could just be generally like wanting to feel better and more alive and fulfilled with what you're involved in. I know a lot of my clients are really looking for that fulfillment inside. Maybe materially things are great, but there's that inner struggle. So what we're going to share with you today is how you can manifest some of that change that you're looking for. I know it can be really frustrating when you're trying to do things and it's just not working and you start wondering what's wrong with me, etc. And, it's like we don't know what we don't know. So I'm excited to be here with my dear friend, Kristina. We've been friends for many years now, and she is going to be joining me at the Connect, Heal, Manifest retreat that is coming up on November 3rd to 6th. So anyway, let me have you introduce yourself, Kristina, and anything else you're inspired to share, first of all.
Hello, I'm Kristina Coll, and I'm based in Des Moines, Iowa, born and raised Midwestern girl. And I'm excited to join Melissa on this retreat as we had a very potent quick conversation yesterday that really channeled through what we're sensing and experiencing, things that we actually have navigated in our own personal lives, and then things that we are experiencing the collective and a lot of our clients and people that we see out and about experiencing and witnessing them and feeling into what's happening in everyone's lives. And that fulfillment piece that Melissa talked about. In my own personal experience, that feeling unfulfilled is feeling not free in my own life. And it's not on a material level, it starts inner. And so that's what Melissa's talking about, is this inner change that needs to happen when we want change. If you're sitting in a place where you think that change needs to happen outside of you in order for you to change, we're here to help you flip that switch, because the change starts inner. And sometimes we don't actually see that because it's unconsciously, or there's I hate to use the word trauma because maybe there's a little bit of overuse of it and then a misunderstanding of what that is. Trauma can be a big word or a little word. All it really means is that too much, too fast happened in your life and your body could not process it. There was not enough time. There was not enough space. Maybe you have children. And so as Melissa and I are mamas, we know that life doesn't stop when you have children. You have to keep going. You have to keep getting up. You have to keep feeding them. You have to keep getting their needs met too. And so sometimes along that process, if there's this experience of trauma stored in the body, we begin to start to leave ourselves out, right? Then there becomes these different responses. So flight, fight, freeze, dorsal state, all those other kinds of people pleasing, all of these other responses that maybe a lot of you guys have been reading, because this has actually become kind of a big worldwide thing being talked about right now, is trauma. And so really understanding that all of those behaviors and habits can be changed. And they're there for you just to find personal awareness that you're doing it. And so that would be the first layer. That would be the first step. And so in this Connect, Heal, Manifest retreat, Connect is all about connecting with yourself. And that is going to be the first big crack open. And so I'm coming in to do yoga and meditation, because also with that fulfillment piece, there needs to be a balance. There's got to be a balance with the things that are coming into your intellect. So we're here talking to you right now, right? So maybe you're feeling it on a feeling level because some things are really resonating with you. It's coming into the intellect though. You're hearing it. Now, the things that are stored in the body, like the trauma, too much, too fast, nervous system can't regulate it, all this other stuff, it gets stored in the body. So you need movement and you need breath. And so through the yoga, and there's going to be a little bit of breath work also. Yoga actually is breath work, but through the meditation, there's going to be a little bit of breath work as well, to really get into the body sensations and listening to your body and connecting in with your body, because there has to be this cohesiveness. And that is going to be the connection. And when there's this balance that happens, you're going to start to unravel this sense of feeling of peace, and it evolves into total fulfillment into life.
Yeah, I love it. So one of the things that I hear from people over and over again is that they're wanting to change a certain thing in their life, like a career is a big one. Like I'm being paid, but I'm just not happy. This is a common kind of experience that people have. And so they start looking to out there to change it. Well, if I don't like my job, then I better get a new job. And that seems very logical. However, what often happens is that when you get in the new job, you still don't feel fulfilled. So it's kind of like you think that's the problem, and it's really not. So the things in our material world are there to help us to learn and grow, to aid that evolution, but they're all a means to an end. So if you think that the job or, whatever else it is, the living situation, the relationship is really going to fix it, that you can start thinking of those things as just adding your awareness, like, oh, I'm not feeling fulfilled in that area out there. So what needs to change within? And that's what this retreat is all about, is doing that inner work to recognize your habits, your concepts, your trauma. Like Kristina was saying, a lot of this stuff has come from our experiences in the first 7 years of life, where we're just this pure like ball of energy and light and absorbing it all. And it's got to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes into certain habits and beliefs that actually you think are serving you. You might not even realize that it's a limiting belief. You just think, well, that's just the way life is. And you just accept it. But as you start to examine these things about yourself and how you're operating, you can start to uncover what needs to shift. And then that creates that abundance and that fulfillment in your material life, right? So that's why going to a retreat like this is so valuable, because when else are you going to actually have the time and space to dedicate to that inner work and to be supported by so many other amazing people who are on the same track and have got your back, kind of a thing. I don't know if I inspired you to say anything else. Just stop talking.
Yeah, that's how we do it, right?
Yeah.
No, just the goal would be that you come out of this retreat with a deeper sense of self, a deeper awareness. Obviously, definitely bring journal, because there's going to be a lot of space to journal for yourself and to dive into those pockets of spaces of personal awarenesses that come up during the retreat. And it's a safe container. So Melissa and I are there to hold you in complete confidentiality, and want you to come and show up fully yourself and be able to strip away any masks, and to be able to really dive into some shadow areas that can be hard to look at, can be very hard to look at. And when I say that, I mean, Melissa's talked about the habits, the behaviors. So we take on these things. So like one could be that you're getting intuitive insight, that you're more fulfilled and that you have a more abundant day if you get up earlier and have an hour to yourself in the morning, but you're not doing it. So there's that habit piece, right? And maybe you're at this place where you're going, I have this awareness, and why am I not breaking through it? Why is it not happening yet? Like, I'm aware of what I need to be doing, but this habit is still here.
Mm-hmm.
And so the awareness piece is the biggest piece. And believe me, it's the biggest resistance that you're going to hit too, because you're getting ready to up level your life. So you consistently you got to keep visualizing it. You got to keep visualizing yourself doing it. And in your own perfect timing, you'll do it. So I love the turtle analogy. So the turtle is so slow on Earth, right? It's so slow. It goes in its own timing. It's going to shell up. You put it in water and it's really fast. So what's happening is your intuition, your insights that you're getting, you're like, have this awareness and you want this change. It's not happening yet. Now you get to practice patience with yourself and to consistently keep visualizing that change within you. And when your body, when your system is ready, it'll just do it.
So what has been the value of like receiving support in your life, Kristina, like rather than doing it on your own, so to speak? Like what's the value of coming to a retreat and receiving support like this?
Well, huge value. It can sound easy, right? That I can make these changes on my own, but there's this energy present when there's community. And we are a soul in a physical body here having a human experience. And part of that human experience is we get our most growth opportunities in connection with other people. So when we're in community, maybe there's something that you just have, maybe you're sitting on how, maybe that how word keeps coming up. And so we're going to break that barrier of like, you don't need to know how. If you know that you need to do something, you do it, the how will show up. In environments like this, the retreat, sometimes that how comes up because somebody else comes forward and says, oh my gosh, I've done that. And this is what was successful for me. Or maybe they have a nugget for you to help you with, or maybe they have a way of being this energetic support to have accountability. And so like this container is going to create that, and perhaps maybe something beyond the container, but you're going to meet new friends. You're going to meet new people. You're going to have connections that are going to last the lifetime of the contract of meeting whoever is here that's going to help you break through the ceiling. So if you already have some awarenesses about changes that you want in your life, and you're being drawn on a feeling level, or maybe you're just really hearing, yes, I need to be there, get yourself there, because whatever it is you're seeking on a soul level, and maybe it's even unconscious, but that there's something that needs to change, that perhaps in this container, it's going to come forward what that is for you.
Yeah, I love it. And so if anybody's been considering this and, has some doubts, I would really encourage you to think about what is that transformation that you are seeking, right? Because this is a journey over 3 days to get to that transformation. And like Kristina was saying, maybe you don't know the how right now. Maybe it feels impossible. Maybe you don't know if you can really even get there. But I would encourage you to trust your intuition and trust what you're being drawn to, and that this is, that opportunity for you to get to there. So rather than thinking about the things that you're afraid of, think about what you really are desire and hold that, in your energy. So I'm going to post, hopefully the link is posted to the retreat. If not, I will go back afterwards and put that in the comments. It's in Virginia, November 3rd to 6th. As long as you can get yourself there by 7 p.m. on Thursday, there's just, I think there's like 3 or 4 spots left. So hopefully you will be one of them. If you have any questions about the retreat, you can post them in the comments too. Or there's an email, support@communicatewithangels.com. And so I'm really thrilled that I'm going to be guiding you through the mentoring. And you're going to have mentoring from me that brings you awareness that you just can't get on your own. And I can speak that for myself, right? There's things that I can't figure out on my own. I need my amazing team of spiritual advisors and coaches to help me when I need it. And then Kristina's and a couple other people are going to bring in that body balance, right? I love that stuff myself, but I just know that that's not my area, my niche to teach to others. But I'm thrilled that that balance is happening, because it's not just getting it here in your mind, it's throughout the body, and then it's really integrated. You're balancing the masculine and feminine parts. And I know for me, my habit is to be too much in the masculine. So I really need to have those practices to, you know, the breath work, the yoga, moving things through so that you really are healed, right? So you're going to come out of this healed is the intention. So anything else you want to add real quick before we sign off, Kristina?
No.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for watching, guys. And we look forward to seeing your comments and questions and connecting with you real soon. Hope we can give you a hug face to face at the retreat. Bye.